Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to look at graphing compound inequalities, which can be found on K12, graph compound inequalities. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. And what I want you to write in your notes is graphing compound inequalities. Okay, now what makes graphing compound inequalities different is compound. You already know how to graph inequalities. Now we're looking at compound. And what's compound? It's two inequalities on the same graph. Two inequalities on the same graph, and you'll see what that means. It can get more complicated than that, but what we're doing right now at this level, let's just stick with the two inequalities on the same graph. Okay. The next thing we're going to look at is the two types that it might be. So you need to ask yourself, can a number be smaller than 5 and bigger than 10? No, a number cannot be smaller than 5 and bigger than 10. Could a number be smaller than 5 or bigger than 10? Yes, it could be one or the other. 2 is smaller than 5 or bigger than 10. 15 is smaller than 5 or bigger than 10. But there are no numbers that are smaller than 5 and bigger than 10. The next thing we need to look at is and. Can you be bigger than 5 and smaller than 10? Yeah, there are several numbers that are bigger than 5 and smaller than 10. 6 is bigger than 5, smaller than 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. So you get the idea. So the two possibilities are and or. So here's what the and looks like. If we're going to do and, let's go ahead and draw our little number line right here. Okay, a little number line right there. And let's it'll look just like this. It'll be all the numbers between like 5, it doesn't need to be 5, just any number, and 10, and it will look like this. It will look like this right here. It'll have 2 points, and then they will actually go toward each other. 2 points, and they'll actually go toward each other. Okay, that's what and looks like. The other possibility is or. Okay, and what or looks like is this. It's got 2 points, but they go away from each other. So you could be smaller than 5 or bigger than 10. So there's those two right there. I'm going to throw that other one on there for you real quick. What the and looked like was 2 points, and they went toward each other. The or is 2 points, and they go away from each other. And you'll see these examples as we go through. And speaking of examples, let's go ahead and start with, if you looked on your bell work, which, assuming you're looking at the video, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. The bell work said that I have a number that is bigger than 4 and smaller than 9. So how would I graph that? Well, I would make my number line. The only two numbers I care about are 4 and 9. Okay. And since is this or equal to? No. So I put a circle there. Is this or equal to? Yes, it is. Put a dot right there. And think of any number that is greater than 4 and smaller than 9. Well, 5 would that be right about here, right? And 6 and 7. In fact, it's all of these numbers between that. Remember what I told you the and looked like? So there's an example of and then next we will look at an example of or.